from Hyderabad to Houston, welcome and welcome back, my fellow fans of Clash of Clans. I told you I was going to do it. It is your host, Galadon, and yes, it's true. We went ahead and gemmed to max everything, okay? Yes, we are going to buy the maximum amount of stuff in the shop with cookie medals, and I'm not done. There's more to come, and I have important information to relay to you at the end of today's episode about the Cookie Rumble, and this is going to affect everybody in the game. So make sure you are paying attention and you have notifications turned on. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And a special shout out to all those of you that have discovered or rediscovered this channel over the last holiday and update season. I really appreciate you guys. And believe it or not, subscriber numbers are actually on their way up again. So perhaps maybe 2 million subs and Peter $17 face reveal in the future. Okay, so now we are buying the event pass using code Galadon. You saw that. Hopefully you used creator code Galadon as well. But remember, it's more important that you use somebody's code than mine. Think about all those hard-working creators out there that are trying to bring you fun and informative content. Okay, so we started by buying the pass. Next, we're going to gem the entire reward track, and then we're going to head on over to the shop and buy pretty much everything we can get our hands on. There's actually a limit. There's a reasonable limit to how much we're going to purchase. So we'll get to that in just a moment. A quick warning, we do fast forward through a bunch of stuff in a couple of minutes and it gets really flashy on the screen. So if that bothers you, you might want to go watch some cat videos instead or something else. Okay, so we gemmed to max the reward track. That was about 1,800 gems. That's not a great deal. That's like, what, $15 worth of gems. And I realize, yes, I know I'm not minimizing those of you where that is a big investment. I'm just here to do this so most of you don't have to. And for those of you that decide to, you can see whether or not you think it is of value to skip the whole reward track to the end. And of course, now what happens is we're going straight to those extra rewards, an additional 1,560 cookie medals that, believe it or not, you cannot gem. You cannot cheat or buy any other way. You have to actually get out there and collect more of that sweet, sweet elixir. Also, you see that we have 8,100 cookie medals as of right now. That was the maximum we calculated you could get by purchasing the pass. Now, there is a link, I will try to remember to put it in today's video, that gets you an additional 300 sweet elixir and 150 cookie medals. And that is the same link from every Clash content creator out there, and it's only good one time. So if you've already used it from somebody else, you can't use it again. You could try, but it is a waste of time. Okay, so now, of course, we are not forced to make the choice that most, or all, should I say, rather, free-to-play players have to make, and that is, do I get the giant gauntlet or do I get the gingerbread king? Well, the gingerbread king, I don't know. I'm gonna let you guys decide because I don't know whether or not to purchase this guy. I love him and I hate him at the same time. I'm torn. It's really expensive. If you do the calculations, that's about a $15 skin. If you are buying those cookie medals yourself. That's crazy. That's the most expensive skin in the game. If you are free to play, then you have to forego that skin in order to get the gauntlets, or you could just save up your gems and know that the gauntlets will be available for gems at some point. Probably, I heard a rumor, a month or two down the road, but I'm sorry, I don't know what the gem cost of the gauntlets will be when you buy them outright for gems. Now, obviously, you saw I picked up the decos. That was pretty much mandatory for this account because I am addicted to all of the decorations and obstacles, of course. So we have a very holiday looking account, although I would say that that statue is a little disturbing, right? It's kind of creepy. Okay, here we go. So now before we go to purchase the cookie medals, which by the way, can be purchased 3 times each. So if you really wanted, you could spend about $99 US on these 9 packages of cookie medals. I actually don't need to buy all of those yet, but I do have to buy these. We need to prepare for Town Hall 17, and thanks to Kelly Joe and Scott, that's right, Calgar Joe and Ragnar Lothbrok 13 on kick.com/Galadon. That's www.kick.com/Galadon. They helped out a great deal with donations in the stream. The streams are free, but you could still donate if you want. And that was what kind of helped our little budget over here, because this is about $200 worth of stuff that we're going to purchase. We're getting all of those update offers. even though they're really Town Hall 17 update offers for me. Skipping those, gonna buy the Dark Knowledge because $8 for a Rune of Dark Elixir, why not? Okay. Doing that, maybe I can sell the pet potions back and recoup some of the gems. But okay, now that that is out of the way, we're off to purchase the cookie medals. And for cookie medals, I decided that let's just buy 18,000. Let's get 3 of the $20 cookie medal packs. That's right, $20 for some freaking cookies. Forget about it. Anyway, sorry, I don't know why I even went there, but yes. So we spent $60 on cookies. Okay, fine. $59.97 for those of you keeping score. And yes, even the credit card had to make sure that we really wanted to do this because spending $60 on cookies seems ridiculous. But here we go. Okay, so the value that we gain from these, remember we've been complaining so much recently about all of the ore costs. Yeah, we are going to recoup that ore cost massively right here because that starry ore, that shiny ore, and that glowy ore, just doing some top of my head calculations, would carry the 143, 2.8 times 14, would be more than double the cost if you were to purchase it in gems rather than going and buying the cookie medals, using the cookie medals to buy these ores. So yes, it is a good deal if you consider spending lots of money in Clash of Clans reasonable. If you don't, then don't, right? By all means. Okay, so now we have the giant gauntlets, which are suspiciously strong. And, I'm hoping that we don't see a nerf to Root Riders and giant gauntlets, but it's always possible. And now we are going with our ore to see how far I can take these gauntlets. And let's just say it's not quite as far as I had hoped. No, unfortunately, yes, these epic pieces of hero gear go to level 27. And it turns out with the existing store of ore, I was only able to get to level 17. And now, before I forget, remember in the Halloween event when Sour Elixir became more and more available in bases? That is going to happen here for the Sweet Elixir, so watch closely as bases start to carry more. And now, off to the developer build for the final 10 levels of the Giant Gauntlet. And although it is not necessarily completely accurate, because it again is the developer build, if we went ahead and spent gems and only gems on the Giant Gauntlet to take it from level 17 all the way to level 27, and yes, that is a huge improvement in the self-healing and the DPS of the Barbarian King, as you can see it going up every single level, the total gem tally would be 58,200, or just over $400 US, that Galadon will not currently be spending unless one of you generous patrons wants to come to a live stream and encourage me to do it by donating massive amounts. But no pressure. Please come by a live stream anyway at kick.com/Galadon. Thank you for sticking around all the way to the end of the episode. Love you guys. Get out there. Have a fantastic best of the rest of your day. I'll see you back here again tomorrow for more Full Attacks.
Galadon, I'll donate $400 to you, not a problem. Could you loan me 1,000 first?